that goes back to childhood, just like my parents, you know, and I love my parents, and I want to make a disclaimer. They did as best as they could have.
Mm-hmm.
And the question that I came up with a couple years ago when I was trying to like distill my mom and dad's parenting, uh, is how could they have known better?
Mm-hmm.
Shelby, your parents, I'm sure, made a lot of mistakes. My
Yeah.
parents, sure as hell, made a lot of mistakes. And the my parents, they raised 6 kids in 10 years. They had 6 kids in 10 years, and they're just, how could they have known better to
Mm-hmm.
raise? They didn't have the resources, or didn't have the other insights that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't have known better. And like I had to take them. I had to take a lot of people off the chopping block. Like who was it to blame and stuff like that. Even this guy Alfred, who I strongly disliked, and for a while I hated him.
Mm-hmm.
I I really did. I didn't like him because of and Alfred's the pastor of the group that we grew up in, and just very high standards. And I listened to him tooth and nail. Like I just listened to him like it was law.
Mm-hmm.
And um, is he a great guy? I mean, in some respect, he has greatness in him. I mean, you gotta look at this. It is impressive, right? Uh, to look at this person who has uh, deemed himself a leader amongst people. Um, he is leading people. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that is a very hard like that's hard to do. To have people come to you for advice, or come to you as if like you can help them out and stuff like that. And like it's a tremendous responsibility. So he has greatness there, and I'm not going to detract that. I mean, and people change too. I haven't talked to this guy in years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going, and one of my issues and what I've done is I projected. So I take past experiences and I project them on present experiences when
Mm-hmm.
I'm not I'm not actually like I'm not there. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that I became more aware of, is that projection. So who knows where this guy is? I hope, you know, I hope that he is more soft. I hope that he is not running a cult. Like I hope that what I'm saying, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to wish ill will towards him, and stuff like that. And it's kind of scary, some of the things that I've researched about cults, and then some of the things that and the reason why I call it a cult too is because the associations that we had with affiliations, with groups that, or affiliated with groups that actually had gone down the list of check, check, check. This is what a cult should be, and this is what it, or what a cult ought to be, and stuff like that. And it just, I'm looking at like the peripheral, like that connection. Like, okay, so if we're connected here, then this is not, and that here is not healthy. So then maybe this is not, going back to the root, or going
Mm-hmm.
back to the center. Maybe that's not healthy either.
So
So
you guys were connected to other groups that were cults.
yeah, so it's called Acquire the Fire. They're no longer an organization, but they had a ministry called Honor Academy, and in the Honor Academy, basically, the idea would be uh, setting, getting ready for the war, the cultural war. And so, the culture where, I mean, like I could send you a video sometime
Mm-hmm.
if you're interested. But there's a NBC News Nightline basically it did like a coverage on the Honor Academy, what it was, and talk about people who uh, were in it and how like it, it, it people is PTSD. Like a lot of people develop PTSD just by um, the treatment, and because basically it was like a boot camp,
Mm.
um, and this boot camp would prepare you for the mission field and like for the culture, and it wasn't Christian. It
Mm-hmm.
was now it had the Christian title, but it wasn't Christian, and so um, yeah, our church was affiliated with that, and I guess for me, I think I think Shelby, like when you and I are in something, our guard is all, like
Mm-hmm.
our guard is down. If if like you and I like went somewhere and then we checked the boxes of like comfortability and confidence and uh, this ease of sociability, uh, then it would be hard for us to recognize maybe some things that we should,
Mm-hmm.
because we're lacking in something. And I honestly think that um, when my mom and dad sent us off to these events, it was like, well, the church is endorsing it, and I like the people that I like go to church with, so I don't think this is a problem at all. And then you
Mm-hmm.
look at back and you're like, battle cry for what? And like they would do these mass campaigns like hyping teenagers up. I mean, when you look at the business model, it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's you're creating a market of consumers that can buy your product, your books, and your turn you on to CDs and different like Christian artists and whatnot. I mean, it's definitely a clever business model.